Great, so today I'm going to show you how to use Evernote to use for your professional development. So firstly we're going to go to evernote.com, and then once we're in evernote.com, if we go scroll down to the bottom, we get the download button, and that will automatically download Evernote to your desktop. Once it's there, you just quickly install. Great, so once you've installed Evernote and it's running, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to log in. So you can either create an account, or if you have an existing account, you just log into it. Evernote's great because it remembers all of your notebooks via the cloud. So as soon as you log in, if you've logged in previously, it will bring in all of your notes that you've previously created. So just to start with today, I'm showing you a blank Evernote. So this is the first thing you'll get when you log into the Evernote. So on the left here we've got your notes, notebooks, tags, Atlas, and upgrade. So obviously Atlas is location for each of the notes that you've taken, and upgrade is to upgrade to the premium versions, which I might as well show you quickly. So you've got a basic Evernote, which gives you 60 megabytes a month, the Evernote Plus, which gives you a gigabyte of uploads a month, and premium, which is 10 gigabytes a month. So for the premium it's $66 a year, it's $35 for the plus, and the basic is 60 megabytes. Now surprisingly, because text documents use so little space, I even when I was using Evernote quite heavily, I've never hit my 60 megabytes a month of usage. So you'll find you can get away with just using the basic. You just have added features for the others. So if I'm going to set up, close this window, and I'm going to go into notebooks, and what I'm going to do is we're going to set up a professional development notebook which we can share out via the internet or email to somebody with all of our professional development for the year. So being an online notebook via the cloud, we can share the link out and a person can access the most up-to-date version of your work. So in notebooks, I'm going to start a new notebook called Chris Murden's PD. Great, and I'm going to open that notebook, which is going to give me access to that notebook. Now, whichever notebook you're in, the new document, it will create a new note in each of those notebooks. So whichever I've got it open in, sample notebook, which has got a whole lot of information about using Evernote, it will give me a new note in that sample notebook. So it's quite simple just to remember about notebooks and where your new documents will be. So if I go into Chris Murden's PD, I'm going to create a new note. Great, and now that I've got a new note created here, what I'm going to do is open up my practicing criteria and key indicators from the Education Council. So what I'm going to do is copy each of these indicators into an Evernote text document. So what I've done is I've created a text document here with each of the criteria. So what I'm going to do is paste each one of these into a heading for each of my documents. So there's a second one. Okay, now I'll open a text, my text document, and I'll paste that in there as well. Great, so you can quick and easily go through and generate a document for each of the criteria. So I'll just set those up quickly and then I'll show you again in a minute. Great, so now I've created the 12 separate criteria in the left-hand document here. I've created 12 separate documents. Now I'm just going to change the view just to make it easier to view. So I'm going to hit the side list view option. So that's making a nice list view so I can see each of the criteria, and it makes it very easy to work on them. So if I want to click on, so I go back to my notebook. So I've got my PD notebook here, which I can also change viewing options on as well. So there's criteria 1. So it's very simple for me to go in and edit content for each of the criteria that I've created here. So okay, so I'm going to just put a little bit of text in there. So I've got full editing abilities in the document, including text, colors, etc. So I've got quite a lot of options in terms of what I want to do there. But of course, also, the main thing about Evernote is that it's very adaptable for adding other content to. So as an example, if I want to add a photo, I can do it from my computer if I want to. So I'm just going to hit the camera there, and I'm just hiding off to the side here. So I'm going to take a snapshot and use this image. So I've created some content that I've added in. And also now I'm going to record some audio directly into this document as well. So if I click on the audio link and start recording, I'm recording the audio directly into my Evernote document. So once that's in there, I can play that back. Okay, so you probably can't hear that, but that audio is playing at the volume that I recorded it at, so that audio is now in there. So if I want to gather evidence or other information, it's quite easy for me to do that. If I want to highlight text or key elements, I can do that. I can paste them in there. Also, I can go in and attach documents, so I can easily add other elements and screenshots and the like in there, information as you'd like. And of course, if you want to add bullet points or numbering, check boxes, so you know you've got things completed, alignment, and also tables. So you can very easily add a table with a certain amount of content to it. So it's very adaptable in terms of what you can do. So I guess the main thing is we've got our criteria here now on the left hand side, and at the top it always shows the most recently edited, so I can change that to be when it was updated. Okay, so that's the updated documents there. So what I now need to do is I would like to share my professional development out to someone. So it's quite easy to do. So what you want to do is hold the shift key down with the top one highlighted. So click on the top and hold the shift key and click on the bottom document. And simply what it will do is give you some options on the right hand side here. So you can share the notes, merge the notes, save attachments. This is the one I'm going to use now, which is create a table of contents note. So what if I click on that? What that will actually do is it will generate a table of contents Evernote for me. So there's my table of contents. Now if I want to arrange these in a different way, I can edit the document fully and add spaces in if I want, or do anything to it. If I can add other information at the top of the document, and edit it like I can any other Evernote document. But I guess the key feature with Evernote is its ability to share the documents out. So I'll just show you that quickly. So I'm just going to make this window a little bit smaller so you can see the menu. So if I click on the share button, and what I want to do is click on the manage notebook permissions. And what this will do is it will offer a public link to the notebook. So if the first time you do that, it may say, do you want to share the notebook? So you click yes. So what I'm going to do is click on the copy, and then it says hold the command C key to copy that link. Great. So now that I've got that link, what I can do is I can open my web browser and paste that in. And what I've got is a public link to all of those documents that I've created. So this you can actually, it allows a person who's got Evernote to just join the notebook, so it's accessed directly from in Evernote, or you can view the notebook now. So what it's got is all of the criteria via the web rather than the application, and if you click on the criteria, you get access to each of those documents and all of the contents that are in there. So that's quite a nice simple way of sharing a document out with somebody. Great, so I'm now going to show you how to use Evernote on an iPad. So iPads are very similar to iPhones and to Android devices. So Evernote's available on all of these things. Also, it's free unless you pay for the paid upgrade. So I'm going to launch Evernote. So once you're into Evernote, it's very similar. You have your notebooks, your notes, most recent notes, and a whole lot of other things on the top here. So you've got your synchronizing button at the top. And so I'm going to go into notebooks. So it's synchronized already with the document that I've created on my desktop. So there's my Chris M's PD. So what I can do is access from my device directly. So if I open this first criteria here, so I've just pasted a few random documents in here. So I've got the audio file that I created before, which I can download to play back if I want. And also I can record, obviously type into this document as well. So if I go to the top menu here, I've hit the record button, so I'm recording audio directly into this document as well. So when I click the done button, it will have recorded the audio into the document. And I can also take photos directly with the camera that's built into the device, or saved photos if I want. So I've pasted that document directly into the document, sorry, that photo directly into the document. Okay, I can also share the note directly from there and add reminders if I'd like at the top. So it gives you a fair amount of ability to do what you want in each of the documents on your device. So if I click on that, I can go all the way back to the individual notes and the notebooks. So I'll just go back onto the desktop version. Okay, so back on the desk version, if I open the document that I've edited in on my iPad, it synchronizes straight away with the document here. So there's barely a few seconds lag between the uploads of the new document. So you'll see the images there, and that audio file is also there. Great, so all the audio's in there, the images are in there, and you've shared the document out. So this should make your work a lot easier in terms of updating information. Don't forget, look at the other lesson that I've got there about adding an Evernote link to your Google Classroom. It's a good way of getting information out to students on an ongoing basis. Thanks, so I hope you enjoyed what I've showed you. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you'd like me to help you set up any of this, as it's very easy, and once it's done, it's ongoing, it's very useful. Thanks very much, have a great day.